Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we're taking a look at a Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX deck. This is a deck that I've been meaning to cover myself, and well, I've just forgotten to do it because you don't really see this card now because well, everyone's playing all the new megas and things like that. And it's kind of a shame because I do like Team Rocket's Mewtwo. It's quite a bulky, two-price Pokemon, say it's a basic. And obviously we do play ways to buff that health and everything. But it actually does cover not only relevant weaknesses, because obviously we do play Clefairy in here for our Dragon matchups, but Psychic's good because obviously we do run into a lot of Lucario on the ladder, and Grass is good because of the various Grass weak matchups. So as per usual, in the description below there's going to be usual links. There'll be the deck list, which is also available to copy in the description below. There's the games that we'll play and the outro of what I think of the deck. So obviously we're focusing mainly on the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. Obviously this is a really interesting card. Now, obviously, it's a basic 280 HP, which is one higher basic counts that isn't 3-prizer like Mega Absol. And it does have a bit of a downside for its ability, but honestly, it's not that difficult to work around. The ability Power Saver means we can only attack if we have 4 or more Team Rocket's Pokemon in play. Spoiler alert, 13 of the 14 Pokemon on this list are Team Rocket's Pokemon. Fair enough, there are evolutions, but, there's still a lot of Team Rocket's Pokemon in here. Then, of course, our attack is 2 Psychic and a Colorless. We have Erasure Ball, 160 plus. You may discard it to 2 energy from your bench Pokemon. This attack does 60 more damage for each card you discarded in this way. Obviously, that's where the Spidops come in, but we'll talk about that in a second. Obviously, 3 energy may seem like a lot, but Team Rocket does at least get some really good special energy, which we're going to talk about. For our backup, we obviously have the Team Rocket Spidops with the Charging Up. This is how we keep damage scaling onto our Mewtwo's. And of course, the Attack Rocket Rush is also really good. It does 30 damage for each of your Team Rocket's Pokemon in play. Now, obviously, we do play Brave Bangle to obviously help boost that damage even further. So this little guy can actually take out the likes of Fez and obviously, Latias with that. And it's actually pretty good to have. And, Spidops is a good attacker. Why not play 4 copies of each? We also have Team Rocket's Articuno. This protects against effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to your basic Pokemon. Now, of course, against Spidops, that's different. So, for example, Dragapult can put damage counters on the Spidops, but they can't put it on our basics, which is pretty nice. Obviously, effects of attacks also include things like Frenzy Gouging, Mega Absol's Terminal Period attack, things like that. So having this as an option is really nice. But there won't be any Dark Frost in this video, there's no Water Energy in this list. I'm playing a Lillie Clefairy. This is purely for the Dragapult and also the Raging Bolt matchups, just to make it a bit easier. And to be honest, this is really good as a tech anyway, because it means Team Rocket's Mimikyu, which we'll cover in a second, can be rather relevant into the Dragapult matchup. Speaking of the Team Rocket's Mimikyu, we're playing 1 copy of this little guy. Not only does it have free retreat, but the Gemstone Mimicry attack does copy one of our opponent's active Petrel Pokemon's attacks, and uses it as this attack. So what that basically means is, if we have Lillie Clefairy down, we can copy Dragapult, do 400 damage to said Dragapult, and then put 6 damage counters on their bench. In other words, we're using their own spells against them. And if you don't get that reference, you need to watch some films, let's put it that way. Then, of course, we do have Team Rocket's Wobbuffet, which is a really nice tech attacker. Rocket Mirror is really good. Move all damage counters from one of your bench Team Rocket's Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. So, for example, if our Mewtwo has 320 HP taken in terms of damage, we can move it all off with Team Rocket's Wobbuffet, and while fully heal our Mewtwo, essentially. Also, Rocket Mirror is just really good against the likes of Cornerstone, which is a nice tech. Obviously, we have the Mimikyu as an answer to Cornerstone as well. But obviously Mimikyu can benefit from the Brave Bangle, whereas this cannot because this is damage counters. But other than that, this list has felt really fun to play, and to be honest, I'm just looking forward to getting a video out on this deck because I've been meaning to do it for quite some time. Let's go to the deck list and let's have a quick look. And welcome to the deck list. So as I said, this is a really interesting archetype. I've really enjoyed playing it. It's one of those archetypes that you don't really think about too much because obviously it kind of fell off with, people not playing it and everything. I think everyone now is just playing Lucario because it's the new Rocket Mewtwo, because there was a time where I'd run into a lot of Team Rocket's Mewtwo and now it's just a lot of Lucario, so I guess you could say they've pretty much just put one deck down and picked up another. So obviously we're playing a 4-4 line of the Team Rocket Spidops, very useful attacker in most situations. Then of course we're playing 2 Mewtwo's, 1 Articuno, 1 Wobbuffet, 1 Mimikyu, and of course 1 Lillie Clefairy. For our supporters, we're playing 4 Team Rocket's Ariana, which lets us draw, if we have all Team Rocket's Pokemon in play, 8 cards in our hand. Obviously it's up until you have 8 in your hand. We're playing 3 Team Rocket's Giovanni. This switches our active Team Rocket's Pokemon with one of our bench ones, and if we do, we switch one of our opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. This is basically Team Rocket's Guzma, for those that know that card. Then we have Team Rocket's Proton. We can actually play this card on our first turn if we get it. Search your deck for up to 3 basic Team Rocket's Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. For our hand disruption, we're playing 2 copies of Team Rocket's Archer. You can only use this card if one of your Team Rocket's Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck, then you draw 5 cards and your opponent draws 3. This is basically budget Roxanne, but Roxanne can be played, like, Roxanne has to be played when it's 3 prizes and below. This can be played after the opponent's first knockout. I'm playing 1 copy of Black Belt's Training. This is mainly for the Mewtwo to obviously just give us an extra boost. Because obviously we're not always going to be able to put Lillie Clefairy down, and with 2 discards on Erasure Ball, we can take out a Dragapult, so that's pretty nice. 1 copy of Team Rocket's Petrel for just general purpose search. Obviously this can grab us to like the secret box and things like that, but it can grab us other things like Team Rocket's Factory, Brave Bangle, Ultra Ball, Energy Switch, you know, things like that, and it's just really nice to have it. 4 Team Rocket's Transceiver. This basically is a Pokegear on steroids for Team Rocket's supporters. 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Night Stretcher, 2 Energy Switch, 1 Earthen Vessel, 1 Secret Box, 2 Bravery Charms, 1 Brave Bangle, 1 Air Balloon, 3 Team Rocket's Factory, where if we play a support, well, because our opponent could be playing Team Rockets for all I know, but if they've played a support in their turn that has Team Rockets in the name from their hand, you may draw 2 cards. 5 Grass Energy, 4 Team Rockets Energy, which counts as both Psychic and Dark, it's any 2 a combination, and 1 basic Psychic Energy. So far this list has been really fun to play. I've been enjoying just playing test hands with it every so often on PC Live, and so far it seems to be working pretty well. Main changes, obviously the main thing is you could go up to 4 Proton, because obviously that is the way you get stuff searched out early. Second Vessel would not be a bad idea, because obviously we don't really play a huge amount of energy, so, well, basic energy that is. So finding them for the Spidops could be pretty useful. Other than that, there's not really a huge amount that you really need to change in here. This list has been quite consistent. This has been taken from a few different lists, so you may see some resemblance. I've taken a few different inspirations to Chef Husky. I've took inspiration from his list. I've took inspiration from a couple of other lists that I've been seeing going around. And to be honest, it's been working pretty smoothly. So let's get into some games and see how we do. And welcome to the first game. It's ironic that we're in Mewtwo rank and we're actually doing this video, but well, you never know, we could leave Mewtwo rank. Whether we win all 3 games or however many games we need to play, you know, there is that option. So let's see how we do. I've been enjoying this list. It's just, like I said, I've not really thought about doing it because obviously the new set dropped and then obviously there was all those decks to do. But yeah, I've enjoyed it, and like I say, it's been on the to-do list, so I thought, might as well do it. It looks like we're going first. It's fine by me, as I'm going to draw a Proton. That's not a Proton, that is a horrible starting hand. I mean, we can at least get an energy down at the very least, and we're facing Gardevoir, so this could be tough. We do obviously have the Spidops as our single prizes, and obviously Giovanni to put pressure on, but no, this could be tough. Transceiver's really good though, that gets us Proton. Can't argue with that. So we'll Transceiver with the stupid Team Rockets noise. Let's have a look at what we prized. We prized 1 Ariana, so that's not too bad. We've got no Mimikyus, we've got 1, no, we've got no in the prizes there. Prizes aren't looking too bad, we've got 1 Ultra Ball in the prizes, we can deal with that. Other than that, the energy count looks fine, so that is good. We will Team Rockets Proton. Grab ourselves a Mewtwo and 2 Tarountulas. Because getting the spiders down is important. I could Ultra Ball and grab the Articuno, because that could be relevant. But for now, I'm just going to attach to the Tarountula and pass. Because we could potentially get enough pressure on to attack this Mew. Because taking an early prize lead is important in this matchup. So let's see how we do. Of course, the first deck we have to face is bloody Gardevoir. Get rid of Clefairy and Latias. Frillish. Okay, that's fine. Does make our job a little bit harder though. Because obviously we're now on the item lock. And well, technically is relevant if we decide to do takedown. This could actually matter. There's Monkey Dory and there's Oceanic Gloom. So it's Guardy Jelly. This could be tough. There's another Grass Energy. We will take that. Can we get the knockout this turn on this Mew? No. We are short. But that's fine, because we can just do the Spider. So we'll attach and Rocket Rush for 120. And take out the stupid jellyfish. I might have to bell up SpongeBob. Let's see if he can deal with it, because I'm not. There's the Mew. We can Giovanni this next turn, because obviously we can get enough down, hopefully. If we top deck Team Rocket's Pokemon, that is. He's just grabbed back the Psychic Energy. Yep, he's Secret Boxing. That is a really good turn. Can't argue with that. We could also Transceiver for Petrel. I think Petrel's in deck. I know I say Petrel as in like, I'm saying Petrol as in like what fuels a car and stuff like that. It's just the easiest way for me to say it because it's close to what I'm used to saying. Although I ain't been in a petrol car for how many years we had diesel cars in the family? Nearly 20 years. The last petrol car my family owned was a Ford Mondeo. I know that's entirely irrelevant to people who don't care about cars, but you know, I've always been a big car person. They're grabbing a Psychic and a Dark. That is fine. They're grabbing a Dark Energy. There's Mystery Garden, so they can Mystery Garden for 3 cards. That's pretty good. We could actually use that, technically speaking, if we had enough Mewtwo's down. Are you seriously grabbing another freaking jellyfish? Lillie's for 8. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Kind of hoping we do top deck a Team Rocket's Pokemon because we could take out this Mew. And taking the early prize lead is important. But let's see what happens. He can just free retreat into the Frillish, like, give us the Frillish. You know, like, the Frillish is obviously a threat, but, you know. Does he have the Psychic Energy is my question. No. That's good for us. That's very good for us. What's our top deck? Ariana. That's also pretty good. What I'm thinking here is... What could I do here, realistically? We don't need to take out this Mew now. We could just Giovanni and get some pressure on it, I guess. But I don't think that's correct. So I'm going to Ultra Ball, get rid of Night Stretcher and the Archer. I kind of want to grab another Spider. Play the Transceiver and fail it, and then Ariana for 6. I'd rather do that, because then I get more draw. Because at the minute, we're not really doing much, and we can still take out this Monkey Dory. So I'm going to Transceiver, fail it, and then Ariana for 6. That is most definitely the correct move. So, I will Vessel away the Psychic. Grab a couple of grasses. I'm going to attach Team Rocket's Energy to the Mewtwo. Charging up. Onto the Spidops. And yeah, Rocket Rush, 120. Taking the Monkey Dory. So like I say, with the Black Belt in deck, we can most definitely take out a Gardevoir if it comes up. Obviously, they've got to put it in the active first, but, well, they may attack with it. I don't know yet. There's Fez. That's fine. We can deal with Fez. Flip the script. They're drawing a lot of cards, but they're not really doing much. They've not really set up their guardies at all. But yeah, going for the Spider move was definitely the correct play, and going for that Ariana for 6 was most definitely the correct move. Counter Catcher, bring up the Mew, that's fine. Iono, that's also fine. Let's see what we get. Air Balloon and Grass, we will take that. There's the jellyfish. That's also fine. We can actually take out the jellyfish now. We can just attach here and take out the jellyfish. And then take another 2 prizes. See, this is what I mean. Like, Guardy Jelly is nice and all, but you don't really do a lot, I'll be honest. And I'm not scared of this, because I can take this out. Sure, just park it in the active. I literally could not give a monkey's. Attach, bench Articuno, and erase your ball. So we'll get rid of you and you. Goodbye, jellyfish. Get back to Bikini Bottom. Take 2 prize cards on Lillie. There's Ariana and Brave Bangle. So we have game with Giovanni if they don't do anything. If they don't hand disrupt us, we have game with Giovanni. So I really do not care about this Gardevoir. The only way in which we don't have game is if they manage to hand disrupt us and take out our Mewtwo. But even then, we still have game because, you know, we can just go with the Spidops. As long as we can have enough Pokemon in play to take out the Mew, we're fine. And even then, we can take out the Fez with Bangle, so I'm not worried at all. This is such an easy matchup. I didn't think it would be this easy. The spiders are doing their job. Well, he's Arven for turn, so unless he has Stamp... Well, then again, no, he played Secret Box, so yeah. There's literally no way he disrupts us. There's literally no way. Like, you could take out the Mewtwo, but again, it literally doesn't matter. We have game, so, you know. Obviously, there's no way for me to actually tell my opponent, hey, I have game with Giovanni. But, you know. It's just how it is. It is what it is. I don't make the rules in this regard. Is he retreating? Yep, he's retreating. He's probably going to go into Monkey. No, he's going into the Screamtail. Okay. Psychic Embrace. So how much damage can you potentially do? You've got 7 in the discard. Obviously now 1 on the Screamtail. Okay, that's fine. You're not hand disrupting me. I still have game regardless. If you take out a spider, I still have game. So he's doing 160 with that Screamtail. It doesn't matter. Roaring Scream. Take out a spider. That is fine, my friend. Because unfortunately for you, I do have game. So we're just going to Air Balloon the Articuno. Giovanni. Oh yeah, I have to switch first. Forgot about that. Charging up on the spider. Doesn't matter what energy we put on. Free retreat, back into the Mewtwo. And we will erase your ball, discarding that grass energy for game. Nice easy win against Gardevoir. That was not a sweat at all. Was not worried in the slightest at that. They took way too long to get set up. They tried to disrupt us with a jellyfish, but we just had too much going on. So I was not worried at all. Let's go to a game 2. Well, that was a really smooth game 1 against Gardevoir there. That was extremely well done. I'm sort of glad I did go for that Ariana play. It definitely really opened up the hand and just gave us the option to just do more. Because, like, Giovanni's nice and all, but, you know, Giovanni's only good if you, like, can do it. There's no point playing Giovanni if you're not going to take a prize card, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. We can get a Team Rocket's energy on the Mewtwo. We can always thin the Bangle out on the Articuno, I guess. I don't really want to double attach Team Rocket's energy, but I will if I have to. But I really don't want to. Kangaskhan. Okay, that's fine. There's a Lillie Clefairy. We're not going to do anything with that. I'm just going to attach to the Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Thin the Bangle. And pass. Not much else needs to happen here. We didn't get any spiders set up, but, well, you're not always going to find your Protons. Like I say, that's why I think you kind of need to play 4 Protons, I think. Like, I know most lists play... Oh, is this Taunt Box? Because if so, this is going to be rough. This better not be Tord Box, because they normally play Precious Trolley. Did he grab Turbo Energize? Yeah, this is 100% Tord Box. Great, this is a horrible matchup. Especially since we didn't get any spiders down. Oh boy. Turbo Energize. Bravery Charm just to make my job even harder. And Energize. Lovely. I mean, they've got the Petrel down, so they don't need the Latias in play, but... Fun! This is going to be fun. Ultra Ball's pretty good, though. We do get rid of the Clefairy and the Night Stretcher. So we'll grab a Spider. I don't really want to attach double Team Rocket's energy. So I'm just going to Ariana for 7 and see what we get. That's pretty good. We do get to Team Rocket's factory as well. So we'll do that. Okay, that's also pretty good. We can attach the grass energy just to get some damage into play, but at the same time, they just go Monkey Dory, so I'm not going to attack. That's a big mistake if I attack. I literally can't. If I attack, I just lose my Mewtwo. But at the same time, if they have E-Switch plus manual attachment, I still lose my Mewtwo. There's Run Errand. Because like I say, Spidops can just recover its own energy, so we don't need to worry too much. There's Mist Energy. Yeah, this is not looking good for us, I will say. This is not looking good. That Ariana was pretty bad. Oh, you play Enhanced Hammer? You literally only grabbed that. Wow. That's just wow, man. It's going into the Absol. Does it? Yeah, he has Energy Switch. Of course he does. Oh my god. Well, this is going to get rough. The only way in which we do anything is going to probably get rid of one of the Team Rocket's energy. You could also get rid of Archer, but I don't want to Archer here. I need to Ariana. Get rid of the grass energy. That's fine. I can live with that. Right, so we need all Team Rocket's Pokemon on our bench to actually do this. We could also get the the bangles on the thingy anyway. Oh my god, this is a horrible hand. I might just have to Archer and risk it. Genuinely, I might just have to Archer and risk it. We only draw 5 though. How many are we drawing off of Ariana? We play the Ariana, we get 3 off of Ariana. I'm going to go for the Archer. Because at least we get a deck shuffle. We got it. Nice. Do we still have enough damage to do it though? No, but we can Team Rocket's factory. There's a charm that doesn't do it, I don't think. No. Because we do 120, 240. Yeah, we don't have enough damage. I can charm one of the Tarountulas, I guess. I can then Vessel away Energy Switch. Just thin these energies out. I'm not really impressed with a lot of options here, I'll be honest. So I'll attach Charging Up and Rocket Rush. We don't have many options here. We have to try and take some prize cards. Yes, he can Monkey Dory 6 damage back and take out a Tarountula, but I have no options here. I literally don't. Of course we run into Tord Box. Every one of them mother plays Tord Box. The moment Tord Box came out, this deck was poisoning the ladder, and it still continues to. Here's Arven. He's got Earthen Vessel, so that's making my job a whole lot harder. Get rid of Turbo Energize. You can attach this Monkey, take out this Tarountula, make my job even harder. Great. Just great. Adrenal Brain, take out the Tarountula. This is not looking good for us. This is looking horrible. So he's going to go down to 2 prize cards after this turn. So our only hope now is if we can get another Mewtwo established, we take out this Absol, and then, you know... But even then, he's just going to Claw of Darkness, take out my Ariana from hand, and then we're pretty much dead in the water. Yeah, there goes Ariana. Our only hope now is if we manage to draw an Ariana off the top. Which, given how it's been going, I would assume not. No. Let's go to game 3. Well, an unfortunate loss against Tord Box there, but that was kind of expected. We didn't really get set up, and they just kept Claw of Darknessing our important cards, so, you know. That's what happens when people just copy other people's lists and don't even make an attempt to make it a good deck. You know, like, I understand that Todd did create a good deck, and I'm not knocking him for that, because, you know, Todd's a very good player. Todd's not the problem here, it's the sheep, as I like to call them. The people who sheep and just copy Todd's list without even thinking and just go, oh yeah, I'm just going to play Todd's list because it won. You know, there's no real skill involved in that, in my opinion. We do at least get the Proton start, which is pretty good. Natu? There's not many decks that come to mind that play that. Anyway, let's grab a couple of spiders and a Mewtwo. We'll prize check once we Ultra Ball, because I want to thin the deck or the hand anyway. Do I actually want to thin this hand? I'll Air Balloon there. Team Rocket's Energy there. Actually, I do, because then I can Ariana's for more cards next turn. I can afford to lose a spider, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, we can afford to lose that spider. It's not a big deal. So, prizing doesn't look too bad. That's good. We've prized no Arianas. That's good, because we need that for draw. We've prized no Giovannis. No Protons. We've got an Ultra Ball being played, so that's where that's coming in from. Otherwise, deck looks pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab another Spidops. And pass. You might think it's weird there to discard a spider to get a spider, but then I get more value off the Ariana. So, hence why. Let's see how it goes though, because like I said, there's not many decks that come to my mind when I think of a Natu. So, yeah. Like, the only real deck I can think of is Slowking. Oh, please don't tell me that's your only... I was going to say, if that's your only playmate, you're probably dead here. He's triple striking, oh my god. I mean, if I get... Hold on, what's in the discard pile? I've got no energy in the discard pile. There is a world in which we donk this dude. There is a world. Should I bench the Clefairy just to get 7 or 8 off of Ariana? I don't think so. Secret Box might just do it. Hold on. No. Secret Box doesn't do it. I can evolve the Spider. Team Rocket's Articuno. Secret Box away Clefairy, Petrel, and the Night Stretcher. I'm going to grab Giovanni. Oh, Vessel's prize. So that makes my job a little bit harder, but that's okay. What do I want to realistically grab back? I mean, I can get the Night Stretcher and get myself the Spider back for later, I guess. So I will Charm the Mewtwo. Do that. Team Rocket's... In fact, no, we have a game here. Why am I drawing? I have game with a stadium bump. I don't know why I thought that then. Sorry to my opponent, I did slow play a little bit there. I didn't realise the line, but it's fine. That's game. Nice easy win. We love a donk. Let's go to a game... What is it now? We're on game 3 now. I'm losing track because of well, the games have recently gone. Let's go to a game 3. Well, whilst waiting for a match there, I realised it's actually game 4, not game 3. I lose track of how many games we've played, to be honest. But it's fine. It's just, you know, me being forgetful and the caffeine's not kicked in yet. Which, you know, that's just how it can be. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But no, this has gone pretty smooth so far, you know. Like, I can't argue with it. It's been a pretty good deck so far. I completely forgot that I could just grab Factory off of Secret Box and just, you know, free retreat out. But it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, not a great start, but we do get Transceiver for Petrel, Proton. So that's not too bad. And we get Team Rocket's Factory draw, which is always good. This better not be Mega Gengar. It bloody is as well. Oh, great. Can we even one-shot a Mega Gengar? No. It's 350 HP. It's also... Is it Fighting Week? Yeah. Great. Well, that's going to make my job a whole lot harder. Alright. Well, first of all, Vessel away you. We're not meeting any Pult today, it seems. That's fine by me. Do that. Transceiver for Proton. Play the Proton. We'll grab 2 spiders, and oh, we've actually prized 2 spiders. Oh, that's rough. We prized 2 spiders and a big spider. That's going to be a problem. We can do it for now, though. It's not a major deal. So we'll bench these 2. Factory. I'll attach to the Mewtwo. Pass. Not a great start, but, you know, because we prize our spiders, but we could be okay. There's Nest Ball. Nest Ball could be okay. Okay, grabbing a Pidgey is interesting. I wouldn't expect something like that in this deck. There's an Arven. Ultra Ball and Bravery Charm. That's fine. Bravery Charm literally saves nothing on your board, so that's fine, because I can erase your ball for 160. So that's fine. Turbo Energize and Pokegear, they're really discarding some good stuff here. Are you really just trying that hard to get the Gengar set up? And they are. They are attempting to get the Gengar set up. Your hand must be pretty dead after that then, mate. I was hoping for a top deck of thingy then. What is it? The Team Rocket's Energy, because then I can gust this and start swinging into it. It is fighting weak. Okay, that makes my job a whole lot harder then. I can Transceiver and fail it. That's fine. We can do that. Night Stretcher back Clefairy literally does nothing. So I'll attach to a spider Ariana for 4. Okay, that's pretty good. It's a shame we attach for turn, but you live and learn. Team Rocket's Factory now. We might as well do that. Okay, that's not really helping me, Chief. We'll do that, because that... I mean, it doesn't help against a Gengar, but, you know. We've got to do something here. We can at least get some damage in on the Gengar, which is relevant, so that'll be useful. There's a Dark Energy. And an Iona, that's fine. This hand is pretty dead. The Giovanni's are nice, but Giovanni, you know, can only get us so far. There's a spider, that's good. Trolley, okay, that's kind of bad. They're getting set up now. Kang, Latias, Ghastly, okay. They've already attached for turn to this Gengar, though, so that's something to bear in mind. They're going into the Kang. That is a risky play if I can get enough Pokemon plus Black Belt. And just a pass. That is fine. There's another spider. We have prized, obviously, 2 spiders, so this is going to get a bit tricky for us. I could attack this Kang, but then they just start monkey mathing, and obviously Gengar comes in then. So I think what I'll do is I'll Bangle here. I'll do this. And Ariana for 6. Okay. Team Rocket's Factory. This could be useful, actually. Yeah, this is pretty good. We'll Ultra Ball away these 2. I'm just trying to think. What would realistically be relevant here? Wobbuffet, not really, because I'm just going to fail this. I'll be brutally honest. I'm going to fail it. There's no reason for me to do it. So now we're charging up. Charging up again. I'm kind of regretting putting down the second Mewtwo now, but obviously, you know, I wasn't to know this in the Gengar deck. Plus, I kind of needed to put basics down. So then I will Erasure Ball. And I will discard 2. The damage will be important later. Because I need to go 3-3 in this matchup. That's my idea. Obviously, the Gengar makes it so that I can't do it on him himself, because he's technically a 2-prizer right now. Gengar is technically a 2-prizer. There's Arven. Obviously, Troll is their ace spec, so that's fine. We can just go single prize board state, like, eventually we can do that, but obviously we need to start taking prizes next turn. Because he's going to take 2 here. There's 2 Absols going. I don't blame you for not putting them down, matey, that's for sure. There's Red Candy into Pidgeot. That's going to get difficult. Obviously, they have Arven for turn. Latias Bravery Charm is going to matter here. There's the Gengar charged up. Quick search. Okay, I mean, do you have another charm for the Kang, maybe? Because ideally, I need to use the spiders to take out Gengar. I need to use them to take out Gengar in here. Okay, here comes the Gengar. And Void Gale for knockout. Okay. This is not looking good. This is not looking good at all. I mean, I can bangle this dude, but again, it doesn't look good from here. I'll be brutally honest with you folks. There's Night Stretcher, but again, I don't really want to be grabbing back 2 prizes, but with my board state right now, I don't have much of a choice. So I'll Ultra Ball away these two. Actually, no, I'm going to keep that. Can we get rid of Petrel? I'm going to keep the Petrel because I think Can't Catch might be in deck. Let's have a look. No. Shit. Okay. This is not looking good. I can grab the Articuno just so I have more damage, I guess. Then we will charging up. I can also Archer, but Archer doesn't really get me anywhere. I can Team Rocket's Energy to Mewtwo. Do I want... I kind of have to bench another Mewtwo because I'm only doing 150 and that's just not good enough. I do take out the Gengar though, like that could be relevant. Like 150 now could be relevant for Mewtwo later. So yeah, I'm gonna Archer. I think it's correct to Archer here. Okay. So we'll Team Rockets for 2. There's Mimikyu. We can bench that as a free pivot. And also we do more damage, so now we're doing 180 as opposed to that. I can Air Balloon the Articuno in case anything goes wrong. Obviously, Mimikyu is now under threat from the Monkey Dory, but I don't have many choices here. And yeah, we'll just Rocket Rush for 180, I guess. This is not looking good. Matter of fact, this looks horrendous. Because we're only going to be able to take 2 prizes off of this Gengar. We cannot take 3. Are you joking me? You've got the penny? Fuck. Oh, this is horrible. And he's got the Gengar swing and all. But, I mean, he's not bossing, at the very least. He's not bossing for turn. That is something. He's not bossing for turn, but... No, this is not looking good for us. Matter of fact, this is horrible. And there's the Kangaskhan again. Oh, this is horrible. Like, we just literally do not win this matchup because Gengar is just so bulky and only gives out 2 prizes. The fact that he's playing Penny makes my job a whole lot harder. We can hit 300, but yeah. This is looking like a just instant lose. That's the problem with all these dark decks running around. We can't really take advantage of Mewtwo. There's Void Gale for 230. And where's he going to move that Dark Energy? Probably to the bench Ghastly. No, to the Kangaskhan. Okay. Right, well, we'll promote the Mimikyu. We might as well make use of it whilst we have him. There's Ariana. That's really good. So we'll Night Stretcher back one of the spiders. Why did you concede there? Why did you concede? I can't take 3 prizes off the Gengar. Oh my god, what is this guy playing at? Nah, why did you concede there? You know what? I'm going to leave it there because I don't know what my opponent did there, genuinely. Why did they concede? I cannot take 2 prizes off, or 3 prizes off the Gengar. Gengar applies to itself. I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, I don't know why my opponent conceded there. Maybe because I was going for a single prize board state and, like, you know, I had the Mewtwo there as a threat as well. So, what do I think to the deck? This deck feels really good to play. Like, genuinely it does. It has a lot of lines for it. You know, like, you have a lot of different avenues that you can go on. Like I said, the consistency cards. The Clefairy is just there for the Dragon matchups, just make our job a little bit easier. But, you know, like, there's not a huge amount that I would improve with this list. Like I said, a 4th Proton would probably go pretty hard. Maybe upping the basic Pokemon count, because obviously our Pokemon count is a little bit low for my liking. You know, like, going for Proton if we prize too many spiders like we did in that game could get things a little bit dicey, but honestly, this list felt really good to play. It's just a shame it's not really seeing much play right now because of a certain someone on our left-hand side, but it's not just him that's the problem. There's obviously Grimmsnarl, there's obviously Tordbox, because everyone's copying Tord, because, you know, that's just the way it is. But yeah, really hope you enjoyed seeing Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Definitely enjoyed playing this one. It will not end up on the Wheel of Pain. It's actually a pretty good card. So don't worry, it's not going to end up on our wheel. But no, this card's pretty solid, and I just wish it had a bit more support. But anyway, I'm going to leave it for today. Really hope you enjoyed seeing Team Rocket's Mewtwo, and I'll see you next time.